There we go. Hey, welcome, ladies and gentle babies. I gotta get all these things right and figure out what am I doing right or wrong. Whew. So, welcome, boys and girls. This is Logistical Nightmare ACC Team versus Team Series. Now, for those of you that have known how we operate or know what we do, yes, TvT on ACC. So what are we gonna do? What does that mean? What does it tell you? Well, it works the same as what we've always done in GT Sport. We pick a bunch of tracks, we get a bunch of teams, We get two driver boys fighting each other as a team to win a team season, and then we give them cars. I mean, no one picks their own cars here, so everyone gets a new batch of cars every season, and then we throw it out there. So we are kicking it off this mid-year pack. Our technically speaking season 2 with a ACC TvT series, and boy, it's gonna be exhilarating. So I'm gonna have a bit of chat, talk to you boys for a couple of minutes, get you up to speed so that you can understand what the hell are we doing. Now, in all fairness, we do want to make it quite cool and quite fun, but let me start off by probably introducing the teams for you boys. And again, I hope I can get this right. It doesn't seem like it wants to. So for tonight, we are going to do Monza, and oh, geez, Monza on this on any given track is a bastard, bastard of note, and I'll say it as it is. It's the hardest thing to do, the trickiest thing to get right. And out of all the other things you have to do is you've got to try and facilitate what goes on and what doesn't go on. I mean, how hard could that be? Monza turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4 is probably where all the nonsense will happen. Like all of it. We can do what we want, we can say what we want. It is just the hardest. There we go. Track on the course. I'm sorry for that. I'm trying to multitask here, which I technically shouldn't be doing, but it's like kind of happening here. So, gotta kick it off with the teams, and this is sort of where we are. These boys will be the first boys in the first pool. So we got Team PH, DMR Trailbreakers, Mr. Sim Racing, Valento, Shake and Bake, Brothers on Pace, okay, Champion Elect, and then GT Racing. And those boys are broken down into individual ones. So for Team PH, we have Hannes van der Sant, aka HVD Sant. Then we have Mr. Danzi, who I believe is a newcomer within our sim racing sports. DMR Trailbreakers, very new to ACC, very well known to the GT Sport picture. They've been driving there quite a bit, dominating the track. So these boys have now shifted, moved. I don't know. I mean, we'll see how this goes. Famous popularity boys over there. DMR AM Racing, and then of course DMRE, Mr. Dino himself, and then representing Mr. Sim Racing are our two reigning boys that actually did phenomenally well in our previous season. Mr. Fireblade, aka Mark, as some of us will know, and then Robin Dobbin featured quite well in the previous season in the silver class. So good to see those boys. Then two more new guys, Valentino, Team Valentino, Valentino, I don't know what you want to call them. They are the representatives of GTAS. So Gran Turismo All Stars boys, Mr. GTAS Frost and GTAS Slow. From Team Shake and Bake, we have Doc Skywalker and Mike DeGod. That I'm hoping I'm pronouncing it right. I'm just gonna go Mike all the way because it just makes it so much better. From Brothers of Pace, BOP, we have Eleanor Checo. Again, a new guy in the team of Eleanor Pace, Pace Motorsports, KLM Pace. For anyone that knows Mr. Pace, that is his team in development. And alongside Mr. Checo is Jay Doble O Pace. Very quick man itself. Haven't seen him raced on ACC that much, but he is definitely there. Champions elect, we have the from Champions Elect, we have Champions Elect and Skitty 1. I might have that wrong. That could be a probable typo. I need to go research that about. Champion elect is definitely not the champions elect. The driver over there, from who I recall, is Mr. RTA AC Mutoir. He is driving with Mr. Skitty. So that is a typo from me. And then last but not least, the final team over there, which we've completely missed out. On the second hand, a pool, there's a pool that we're not going to stream for tonight. So unfortunately, it is what it is. I can only stream so many things. We have Sarge McSnails, which is from HBR Gary and Sarge itself, following team DSG Racing. Two drivers over there is Mr. Dave and then Mr. Ballistic. Then Team Pace Corn, we have Eleanor Pace and Mr. Popcorn ZA. Two great quick oaks. They definitely going to dominate that pool. Then the wheel pace, we have Eleanor KLV Pace and then Eleanor Elevate. Again, another Pace team it seems. So Pace has got 3 teams entered into this season. Absolutely brilliant. DMR, JNI Incorporated is Mr. DMRE Jazz and then TSMJD. Again, 2 new boys on the ACC platform. Then the DMR Stooges, Mr. Wolfman Willie, and then Nitro Millen. For those who watch actually GT Sport, they've been a dominating team all over the show. And then the Pink Demons, which is SOP SV5, and then White Demon. And again, these boys are on the other server, so we're not going to feature them tonight. I can only stream one server, one thing at a time, the best I could do at any given point. We've looked at the track, we've seen what happens. We can actually further details into the track itself. Ooh, I got too many backgrounds on. There we go. Looking at Monza track, the biggest deal about Monza is, of course, the straight. The long straight all the way down to corner 1 and 2 where all the chaos is going to happen. So we're going to see what the boys are going to do. Then we have the another chicane corner at number 3. The 2, what I call les 1, les 2. Again, not my favorite points of position on this track. I even lose so much time on there, and it's practically impossible for me to get a good lap without doing anything on there. And then, of course, we have it goes through Ascari coming down the straight, and then, of course, the long corner at Monza. So I'm going to give big ups to the boys watching, and I don't think I have any people because we don't regularly stream, but we're going to make a habit of streaming quite often. I'm trying to be as relaxed as possible while looking what's going on. Mr. Chris, aka Charles, hey there, put Mr. Gerard, aka Sheep, welcome, man. I mean, if you guys have anything to say, say what you want. I am going to go and let's see if we can transition over to the free practice session, which is currently happening at this moment. These boys have got about 12 minutes of free practice. It's time to go and have a look and check out what's happening on the flip side. And we're back. Back. That's it, boys. Practice session is on. Thanks for staying tuned. Don't run away. This stream is just gonna get epic. Hey, Steven. Oh, man. streaming is not my forte, that I can definitely tell you. So, where do we stand? 10 minutes of free practice, boys. So these boys have got like what, another 10 minutes for them to warm themselves up. We've got a good track going on. Live, sunny with a bit of cloud, so no predicted rain at this moment for the next 15 minutes. So they're going to finish this session on a dry track. I mean, so far we're looking at about 26 degrees. Current boy in the screen is Mr. DMR AM Racing. He's in the DMR Trailbreakers team, featuring the Lambo. So both him and Mr. Dino in a Lambo, running their good track times. And then of course we got the two boys to watch, in my humble opinion, which is Skitty in the Ferrari, and he's sitting in the pits. And then we've got Mike also in a Ferrari. He's out on track, fairly shy and short of what his teammate is doing, but nonetheless, those are just inches between the two. I mean, 300ths of a second. Who did it? And then we have Dancy from Team PH, and his teammate is HV Van der Sant, who I don't see. There he sits, currently in 8th position, 1.5 second off the pace. Dancy making big moves with that Honda. That is a phenomenal time, even if that's a practice time session. A 1:49.7, putting it out there, showing face, telling these boys that this Honda is going to be something to look out for. So I'm giving you a big overview of what these boys picked. Mr. Robin out with an Aston Martin. Ooh, a car he is very familiar with. Did it in this previous season, so he got a lucky draw is what I call it. I mean, he had the Aston, he knows the Aston. He's probably about the only man that knows the car that he's got. And his teammate is Mr. Fireblade, aka Mark, also in an Aston. About half a tenth off the pace, but again, these guys are just warming up, getting the juices flowing, figuring out what they can do, fine-tuning the setups before we start a qualifying session. So, kind of looks good. The information is there. Mr. GT Carbon ZA in a Honda. Not doing bad. I mean, there's 400s in the track server. So, again, for those boys that are watching, wondering why do we have such a wide team variety of cars over here? Well, to be honest, this is team versus team. Yay! Paul, welcome to you. I'm just gonna pop in every now and again. Do tune me, guys, if the sound is weird. If you want me to do something different, must I tweak it up here and there? Kind of working with the balance. I'm hoping the balance is actually quite good. I did a couple of test runs the other night, but it is what it is. So, team versus team. This is how it works. You don't pick a car, we give it to you, and you mild it. Aston sounds like it has got about 200 horsepower more than it actually is. Yeah, probably. It does sound actually quick and wild. Then we have two Bentleys. Oh, I see a couple of Bentleys, the boats, doing quite well. Jake Doble and his teammate, again from the team Pace. Brothers on pace, Jay Doble, him and Checo sitting there comfortably around about 11th. Checo and 12 following each other. Close. Now, if I was a devil's advocate, that would probably tell me that these two boys are running around about the same setup. So, pace-wise, they are identical. Checo showing face here, 2 seconds off the pace, but we can probably suspect that these boys are doing high fuel. Again, it's all about fine-tuning. They got about 6 minutes left to tune their car. Free practice, it is what it is, and we've got to make it count. Who haven't I talked about? Mr. Dark Skywalker. Now him, who is he? Dark Skywalker. Skywalker is with Shake and Bake. Him and Mike are fellow teammates. Now Mike, his fellow teammate, is sitting in 5th. We've got to keep an eye on these green and white Ferraris. Looking flauntingly good. I love a team versus team series. I'm sorry, I don't. It doesn't really matter what anyone tells me, but team versus team series, the cars look identical, the liveries are the same. The boys make great friends. We put them on a challenge that they would probably never get in any other location, whichever fashion you want. And then we smash it on the day. And again, this is Monza. Not even I favor Monza. So everything looks to be working very well. Got all the boys introduced, top to bottom. Dancy, Skitting, AM Racing, GT Carbon, Mike, Mr. Slow in his Bentley. And again, that's his PlayStation name, I'm sorry, but this man is not a slouch at all. GTA is that gamer tag which will tell you that he is from the GT All-Stars. Fast bunch of boys. These boys can put it on the tag. And as I see and look at it, top 7 within a second of each other. So anything can happen here. And again, I am probably just throwing it out there. These boys are running not low fuel, maybe low fuel. Getting a good pace. This to me looks like genuine race pace kind of track thing. So good race pace is approximately somewhere around the 49s and 50s on Monza, even on a good day like this, sunny but cloud. So definitely interesting. I don't know what's gonna happen. Not even sure if it's gonna rain, if we're gonna have rain, when we will have rain, how that will unfold is what we will see over the course of the race. 3 minutes to go for a free practice session. After this, we're gonna head off to a qualifying session. That's gonna be 15 minutes on Saturday, a little bit later in the day, I guess. And then these boys are gonna do a 75-minute race. We kind of extended the free practice session today. We call it Blame It on ESCO. But we're also trying to get as much people as we can in the server. So we got 2 servers running, server 1 and server 2. We're broadcasting 1 and 2. Trying to figure out if that works well. Then hopefully we'll see a good race. Just hopefully. Bentleys look good. Mr. RTA has notched it up. He's looking fairly comfortable there in 7th. And again, this is a team to watch in my humble opinion. Point gain here doesn't really count based on your own driver results. This is a team-based competition. We are making it team-based. You will collect points as a driver, but the overall team defines the winner. Mixing it up, making it interesting, doing something different, deploying what we've done all these years in Gran Turismo Sport at Logistical Nightmare. We currently do that now on ACC. Now, while I have about a minute or so left, I'm going to take the opportunity and say big thanks to our Logistical Nightmare sponsors. For those that are not aware, so Sky Coffee Co. for good Gran coffee, Steakhouse Red where you can get your steaks, your good wine, and then of course we have Twins Motorsport all the way from the UK. They specialize predominantly in tubing, motorsports tubing, internal engine combustion tubes. Hook them up if you want to get any of those brands. These guys, without them, it won't be possible for us to do what we do. And then last but not least, a big thanks goes out to our Patreons. For those that don't know what that's all about, Our Patreons is all about building the community, helping one another, and then working our way through all the lovely things we can do to make sim racing as good we can, as best we can. Eleanor is a local South African brand, yet we've expanded internationally and met the world. We are also GridFinder approved, so feel free to go to gridfinder.com. Go check out all the lovely other sim racing facilities in the world, meet up more people, and then catch you there. This is me. I have a couple of minutes left. Some of the boys doing a last minute run around, turn around, one more lap around the space. Car 405, let's see, 488, doing the last few rounds over there. Car 9, which is Mike, he is completely lost in the bottom of the squad over there with these Ferraris. So looking at the time schedules, I mean free practice, this is where we stand at the moment. So you can see, oh, AM Racing smashing it there with his Lambo with a 49.5 thus far, so that's a potential qualifying session. And then we have Dancy, Skitty, Slow. This is going to get interesting. I mean, overall, this is the time frames what we are looking at. Guys are phenomenally close, 49.5s to all the way to a 51.2, so within 2 seconds. A couple of boys doing phenomenally well. Surprisingly, AM Racing in that Lambo, which is, again, very good car on a long straight, so good to see that. Oh, and this is what happens, Session is green. Gonna go to the garage. Look at that. Oh, these boys are going to be upset. Upset of the note. Rain, rain, go away. Come again another day. Have you ever a raining qualifying session at Monza? Putting the boys on the track instantly. Oh, this is going to be fun. I'll go back to the garage. Let me see who we can spot and spy. Okay. Some of these boys have got to figure out everything now. 15 minutes is not a lot of time. Doing a qualifying session within the wet and within the next 5, 10, 15 minutes, that's just gonna be more rain. So the track is phenomenally wet. Monza in the wet on a qualifying day. Friday was a good free practice session. No rain, no mess, no fuss. It looked out to be beautiful. And then shabang. This is where it goes. So Stephen, like you said, Astons and the Bentleys are going to lick their lips now, because this is where they will probably dominate and take the front end of the pack. So I'm guessing, putting my money on it, we are definitely going to see some Bentleys, some Astons in the front line. Mid-rear engine cars, aka the Ferraris, the Lambos, the Hondas, they are gonna struggle. Mr. Paul on the stream hooking up. Time to see Robin Dobbin shine. Again, for those guys that they don't really get it, we did have a Rainmaster season not so long ago. Ended up phenomenally. I think it was a great session. Boys learned how to drive on the wet. Wet is so hard, so tricky. Gave it to them. They came out smashing. Robin Dobbin was one of those top performers in the rain. So is the other boys in the secondary server. But for now, this is what it is. Front back. I think it looks like AM Racing is the first guy on doing one of his hot laps out. So everyone else is going to kind of follow the line behind him. Car number 17, to be out as well with the Honda. Honda looking great with GT Carbon. No laps as of this moment. The boys have just gone out, so we're waiting for them to put up some times. Again, going back into the free practice sessions, this is where it looked at. Lambo, Honda, Ferrari, Bentley, Honda. Top 5. Big mix. Big difference between everyone else. Are we going to see the same thing from a qualifying session or not? I am not even 100% sure what's going to happen. Steven, we're not seeing Kalen on the track. Well, here's a funny thing, Mr. Steven or Stefan. Ask Mr. Paul Fenter. In which pool did he put Mr. Kalen? And he's going with a load shedding on him. Oh, suspicious. Suspicious. It does feel like I'm talking to myself. I am your only host for tonight. Going down the track is the Honda. Carbon, is he putting up a time? 156 on the dot, 0.8. So 156, 157 to beat. And so AM Racing coming down the track as well. What is his time? Oh, he's a full second down the line. Any Bentleys? There we go. Skitty. Oh, so close. So close from Skitty. Boys are putting up the times. They are putting it up. It is going to rain a lot harder. So best be to go out on track now. Get your best time now. Get those tires quickly warmed up. The road is still damp. So it's probably at the most optimal you can get it until there's more rain on it. And the minute there is more rain, the worse it gets. These guys are thinking strategies. They're thinking idealists. They have absolutely no idea what to do, and it is what it is. The race weather weekend can be anything. Normally we would put very limited variables, but we've upped the ante for this season, and it's just so that we can have so much fun. So Paul, there we go. Paul acknowledging all these administrative foolishness. So, can you see the lap time of the current session now with the update? Yes, you can actually do it, man. It's actually quite nice. The new update has done quite a bit for us. So, qualifying sessions, we can actually see what's going on from a time accumulating point. So, qualifying at the moment, RTA smashing it with a Ferrari. He's a boy on the move, hitting it with a 156. Slowest guy on track at this moment is Fireblade with a 158.2, and then we have the 3 other more individuals. Well, the remaining individuals that still need to do their laps, but again, only some of them have done 1 or 2 laps. RTA is the leading man on the back. Oh, and his time has got then smashed by Skitty. So Skitty, man on the move, getting it down with a 155. This is gonna get very interesting. My money was on Bentleys and Astons, bringing it up from the back, but I haven't seen one. Robert Dobbin, there we go, in 3rd position now. Kind of half a second off the pace from Skitty, but that is a good pace from a Bentley. Putting that Lambo right behind him. Boys on the stream screaming for RTA. It will probably get warm now. Let's see if the rain will get worse, make it tricky, make it fun, get it excited. Again, after this, me and you, Mr. Stefan, There's like so many ways I can pronounce your name, and I'm probably doing all of them wrong. So, with your help, I'll go. Stefan is 1, Stefan is 2, and Steven is 3. And then you tell me which one of those is the right one, and I'll try and remember it. I've already forgotten, by the way, FYI. Okay, looking at the boys. Some of these individuals haven't put down a lap time. Dark Skywalker still struggling to put a lap. Is this going to be one of them? Yes, it is. Not the best of best laps. Probably struggled at some point. Mr. Mike, he's ahead of his teammate. Still haven't done anything on a lap point of view. They've got 6 minutes to do this. Only 6, and the weather is just gonna get worse. Same individual, Hannes, in a Honda, also struggling just to put a good lap down. 1. So Stefan. Okay. Stefan, thanks Stefan. It's the story of my life when it comes to names. I've sadly accommodated the worst thing you can probably do with names. Dino DC, I see no Dino. So for now, I would go yes and probably. AM Racing is the only man on track. I haven't seen any messages regarding any other boys DCing, not DCing. I know a few boys have gotten and told me that there is a bit of load shedding happening in South Africa. So for those that don't know what load shedding is all about, kind of when the governmental or the power industries or the electrical industries in the localized country do not have the ability or the potential to supply enough power for individuals that are. Nonetheless, 2 boys that haven't done a lap yet. Is this Hannes' lap? Is he putting it down? Still no banker lap. This is just gonna be frustrating. These 2 individuals, Mike and Hannes, no lap recorded yet. They will start at the back of the track. There we go. 1 more boy left that hasn't done anything. Mike at least smashed the time of a 1:57 there. Leader of the pack is RTAAC Mutua. The man drives a Ferrari. The man is part of the RTA team. I am suspecting that there is some good setups in that track, in the car. Okay, so a couple of boys missing. Dino seems to be off, gone away. I don't know. I can't see him. Honda in the barrier. Skitty going out. Seems to be like one more smash and grab for him. He wants that pole position. Top 3. So close. Look at that. So if it stays as it is, based on race predictions, these 2 boys, these 3 boys, RTA, Skitty and Robin, are probably going to run away from the pack. Mid-pack battling will be between Fireblade, the DMR AM Racing, and Mr. GTAS Slow, who's currently now the fastest Bentley on track. He is followed closely by J Doble. Does he improve on his time? Not at all. J Doble right behind him, trying to improve his time. Didn't do much on that. Boys are doing phenomenally well over and bit of a fender bender there. Mr. Dancy in these Hondas, and again the Hondas were so good at the beginning. We all go back to what we've seen in the pre-practice sessions. Honda looks good. Is it great in the rain? Probably not. Hannes still hasn't set a lap. And that doesn't look great either for Hannes. Skitty smashed it with a new fastest lap. Him and RTA went so much quicker now. Where are we? 155.4, 155.7, 155.8. Three of the boys in the low to high 155s. Then we've got the majority of the mid-pack sitting in the 156 range all the way up to 9th place. Bit of scrabble there. That would be Skitty calling it a day. 1 more minute left. RTA out. I would guess this would be his final lap. He's going to try very hard to try and break and smash that pole position. Always a good way to start a race. Hitting pole at the first race. I mean, it is probably very well known you are your own worst enemy at Monza. If you can secure pole position, you will probably win the race if you don't make mistakes. Hannes still struggling, doesn't look like he's gonna put any time on the charge. Dark Skywalker, rain is not for him. Everyone else within a 2-second gap. Checo in 11th, not a bad one. Keeping an eye on what RTA does. I want to see if this man can break it to pole. 90 minutes of Monza is a very long time. It's very, very true, Stefan. We have reduced our race time a bit though, so it's 75 minutes of racing, yeah? Nope. RTA is pulled away, he's not gonna do it, he feels like he's not gonna make it at all. AM Racing is chasing a Honda? Not that Honda, it's definitely this Honda. These two boys are the last two boys trying to put a mark on the leaderboard. But it's still a long time. 90 minutes, 75 minutes, anything can go wrong. And what will make it worse is everything can probably go wrong on race day. If it starts off raining, it will be very tricky for these boys. Hannes puts up a time. DMR didn't do anything to improve on his time. He finishes 4th. Timetables at this moment from a qualifying session. This is where we stand, ladies and gentlemen. Skitty, RTA, Robin, AM Racing, Jade Doble, GTA Slow, Fireblade Dancing, Carbon, Eleanor Checo, Mike, Hannes, Dark, Frost is not here, Tintin not here, and Dino not here. 3 boys probably affected by load shedding. Back to the garage we go. Race session. Raining and raining and raining. Now this is gonna get interesting. I bet you this is not what the boys wanted today. They didn't want to start this way. They didn't want to feel this way. 3 minutes for them to go and do their setups. Hopefully it all goes well. Track is greasy, expected to be more rain, so when you see instances like this, this is probably going to be a wet Monza race. Second break there for me, just so that I can get a sip of something. So boy, prediction. gonna be a tough one. Still wondering. I'm still thinking. So, combining the information that was shared with the lap times that the boys did at pre-practice and qualifying. Hmm. Probably a very tough one in all aspects. Robin seems to be dominating that third and final sector from a qualifying standpoint. RTA AC is very quick in sector 1, and then Skitty seems to be dominating sector 2. So, Ferrari versus Aston on their back end, followed by a Lambo Bentley, Aston Honda, Bentley Ferrari Honda. So, let's see how this goes, boy. Outlap. Boys have one lap to formulate, warm up their tires, get comfortable with the wet weather. Hope we see a very little disconnects, load shedding, accidents again to formulate and think about it. This is Monza. Monza, we all know. The Monza that will just be detrimental in corner 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the corners up until lanes 1, lanes 2 is the hardest corners to do any moves in any race. Hoping these boys will not misbehave. Okay, boys are tuning me to go drive so they don't go to pit. Well, technically, I don't know about pits. I'm all just streaming. So let's see. The two boys in the back following down the straight line, looking phenomenal, might you add. Skitty getting a bit ahead of him, warming up the tires, brakes, warm up, mentality, focus. Getting close to Lesmo 1, or Les 1 and Les 2. Two of my non-favorite corners in the world. Out of all the tracks, these two corners is the ones I dislike the most. At any given point, if anyone really wants to, or if someone has the time, please teach me the way. After lace 2, coming down the straight, underneath the bridge, heading into Ascari. Now, Ascari being the track. Phenomenally. Good to figure out, and then we're gonna do a long straight. So let's look at that, boys. This is the track. This is where we stand. 2 long straights. Sector 1 has got 2 good chicanes where all the problems will occur. 1, 2, and 3. Then of course we have lace 1, lace 2, followed by the famous Ascari, heading down all the way to Parabolica, straightening up to the start finish line. So epic proportions. is gonna feel like a long race. 75 minutes, mandatory pit stop is needed. Only thing required is a tire change. Boys lining up now side by side, getting ready to race. See if they have nerves of steel. All of this is well settled. Kind of makes me want to go and speak a little bit softly because it's like, what's gonna happen? Okay. Let's hope everything going into corner one, aka Goodyear, is all good. Go, go, go. We have Green looking from the helicam face eye view. Skitty has pulled a move, covering his inside line. No one's really out there to challenge. Bentley on the side wants to push it through. Oh, I've seen carnage at the back. Someone has tapped someone. Bentley moving out of the way, avoiding collision. Guys going nice and wide. That's a big cut. Tap on RTA. Absolutely awful. A lot has happened in these few seconds. Oh man. Positions have changed. I have noted a Ferrari being turned around. Looked awful. Skitty running away. He has got a gap of note. Fireblade took the wider wide line. Felt like he got massive amounts of time gained over there. Okay, so let's everything settle now. Let's see where we sit and we stand. Oh my goodness. Okay. Welcome back, boys. For those that missed the start, it looked very, very sketchy. Having to look if I can see some of the boys. RTA all the way in 11th place. He looks damaged and brutally damaged. So does Dark Skywalker. So does Fireblade. Mike is in the barriers. Jay Doble is there. So track is wet, road is wet, pit lane is open, accidents in the first corner, as I always predicted. Anything goes. Goodyear gives us a bad start. Nonetheless, the race shall continue. We will take it as it is. Some of these boys are in the pits. Jay Doble already in the pits. That's gonna be for probable some damage repair, whatever he has picked up. Skitty is gone. He's got 2.5 seconds lead, way ahead of Robin Dobbin. So Robin is in second. He is being challenged by Checo. Checo looking on the inside. Nothing there to gain. Dancy in a Honda also in close proximity to him. Leveling out if I can watch between these two boys, because it seems like from an action race back point of view, this is where it's going to stand. As you can see over there, Honda on the Bentley. Coming to Ascari. Bentley over the curbs, Honda over the curbs. He is trying to chase down that Aston, which is Robin at the moment. Good entry into Parabolica. Can he open it up? Track looks wet. Robin definitely created a bit of a gap over there, so a breather space between him. great lap there by Robin. That doesn't mean that the battle ain't finished. That Honda is looking sneakily, strangely than I thought. I actually thought that the Benji would brake way better than what the Honda. And the Honda makes a move. Dancy taking the position from Checo, coming out of that corner. Excuse me. One more position lost, or was that one more position given back? Nonetheless, race is still on. Now Checo has got a Lambo behind him and another Honda. Oh, Dancy made a mistake. He's fallen down 2 positions. This is where the action seems to be. Lambo looking left, looking right, wondering where he can make a move. Is he going to send it to Ascari? Ooh, touches. These boys are making wild moves tonight, that I can tell you. That looked like a slight touch, but it's a good one nonetheless. Both boys coming out of it fairly well. No real accidents. Robin Dobbin is in second. He's building a big gap, but he is 3 seconds away from the leader, which is Kitty. Battle at this moment is between these boys, which is AM Racing just taking the 3rd place position. Checo battling up now with Dancy, who did pass him in the lap before, going down the straight line. Can he make the move? Set. Inside line as is. Great move. Honda has pace. Checo, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. He is under pressure. A lot of boys wants his position. Now it's Dancy. Is Dancy going to make a move coming into Variante? Checo very slow coming out of that corner. Dancy looking at the inside. Puts his nose in there. Checo running wide. Into less 2. Going wide again. Hondas are actually performing well, have I say. Honda's all the way up to 7th position. Not making the move in there. That's a bit scary. Checo trying to keep Dancy behind him. Oh wait, Dancy's in front of him. Oh, I'm reading it so wrong. Dancy is ahead of Checo. Oh my goodness. Carbon is behind Checo. There we go. Hey, accident. Going back to the garage. Oh, gotta get all my moves right. Go helicam. Okay, set 1. To the garage. Okay, boys, let's settle it all back in. I've got 75 minutes, 1 hour, 65 minutes of good racing still to go. Lots of action within the first few laps here, though. Nonetheless, the boys are giving it all they can. Battles everywhere. J Doble's gone into the pits. He doesn't need to pit anymore. My boy, where is he? RTA AC trying to make up places. I believe he got turned around into Goodyear. Not 100% sure what happened. I saw that with a glimpse of my eye, but this man lost a lot of positions. He was in second place, fighting hard to be in front for the pole qualifying session, but didn't make it. Skitty took that. Robin was in third. Loser of the pack for this moment from the start of the race, lap 1. Again, lap 1 incidents, RTA. Ooh. That's a Ferrari hitting the barrier at the back. That is just gonna hurt you. I think we've made the challenges too big, boys. Opportunity is there. Challenge is too hard. RTA. Closely to Fireblade. It's just, he's got a damaged Aston Martin. You can see that by the front end of that Aston. Definitely loss of straight line speed. It's not going to affect you that much, being a rain race, but it will definitely make you a lot slower than what you expect to be. Boys fighting on the track, still Dancy and Checo. Close battle going on there. These boys seems to be exchanging positions, and this is going to be the way forward the whole night long. Dancy ahead, dancing behind, dancing in front, dancing on the side. Well, this has turned everything upside down. 60 minutes of chat talk, man. 60 minutes of chat talk. I'm watching a race at best. Right here in front. Live. Eleanor, ACC, TvT. Every Wednesday night for the next following 6 weeks. Now that is something to be watched. You guys can definitely follow me. I will be your streaming host. Hopefully I don't disappoint. I mean, I'm not a realistic commentator. I do the things as best as I can, how I can. I can put all the fancy jazz on the screen and make it all look well and good and pretty. But it's kind of hard to do all the chitter-chatter, talk by talk, and things like that. Not my biggest strength. Even if I have to say so myself. So, looking at these two boys trying to fight it out in between them, Dancy is all over the back of Checo. Checo covering the lines as best he can. Honda looks to be the better car. Coming down all the straights. Unable to make the required moves that needs to make it in order to do a pass. Hannes and Carbon, two other Hondas at the back. So again, Hannes and Danzy are both teammates. These two are going side by side. They will finish off with a great result if it carries on like this. 5th and 6th as a team jointly together. That is definitely a good start to the season. Bonus points all the way. He is being fully closed up by Carbon. Now Carbon's other teammate, I don't really see. Probably Wisier was not here, so GT Carbon's teammate is not present at the moment. I would guess that's load shedding. That would be Tintin Quarantino, Mr. Tintin. Not on the stream. Oh! Did that just happen? Yes. Carbon. That carbon. 3 Hondas. There's too many Hondas on track. Why so many? Why so many? Nancy must have made a massive mistake because it's both teammates now hitting each other on track. I hope they are communicating. Hannes is ahead of Dancy, but Dancy has got carbon all over his back. Look at the rain, it is wet, wet for sure. Getting into lace 2, it looks a bit wide. Dancy is about the quicker between the two boys. It looks all the way up until he made a mistake. Honda is looking great on track, but these 3 are battling it out. Carbon close at the back of Dancy. Is he going to set it up? Probable move. Good exit out of Parabolica is going to make it stick. All he has to do is a good exit, follow him down the straight all the way to Goodyear. Doesn't seem like he has the pace. Dancy's car, Honda setup is so quick. Straight line speed they have. So between the two boys, Hannes and Dancy, and I've got to get these teammates right now. Team PH, their cars are made for straight line speed. Good setup. Will probably be a bit understeery, or maybe. Oh, Dancy making another big mistake. Means Carbon can probably capitalize, because it does look like Carbon has got the better car coming into any of the corners. Lace 1, lace 2 setup. Great move. Capitalized on that mistake that Dancy did going into, oh, what's that corner name? Going into Variante or Variante. I'm just calling it Variante. My Dutch is taking over, boys, so forgive me. Now this is gonna be very interesting. Because we've looked at how Dancy's car down the straight has the legs to make a move. Good exit out of Parabolica will make that happen. Oh! Collision avoided, collision avoided. Well done to these boys trying to do that. Looking at the other boys. The RTA. He's now closer to the back of Fireblade, so he's made up some time. He still needs to make a move on Fireblade, currently in 10th position. Probably very frustrated for what has occurred at the start of the race. lots of time to be made up. Me and Skitty. Now Skitty is the leader of the pack, is leading by far. RTA sitting in 10. Will be a great team result, probably not what they wanted. Okay. What has occurred? What has occurred? RTA in a position to make a move stick now. Sitting at the back of that Bentley. Coming down the straight. Aston's got legs. Does it have enough though? No. Oh, putting it in the middle. Taking the corner. Very daring move there. Still not over. Side by side they go. RTA makes the move count. Great drive. Great execution. Well respect shown on the track between the two individual drivers. None of them really wanted to cause any problems. He, however, has got lots of time to try and make up. At the mid-back boys where most of the action is, but I'm gonna go side-by-side action here. Jay Doble versus Skywalker. Oh, Jay Doble winner of that one. That Bentley looks up into form. He has done a pit stop, so he can go all the way in whatever setup he has. Hopefully it will not stop raining. But Dobo looking good in 11th. Lots of time for him still to do. He is far away from 10th place, but he is one pit stop ahead of everyone else. So if he can run it all the way through, it would be very good. Action at the moment is these two individuals. Sneaky, something I didn't watch. Leader boys fighting it out. Skitty versus Robin. Now, did Skitty make a mistake or did Robin catch up all the way? I am not even 100% sure. Something tells me there was a mistake involved in this situation. But I could be I could be completely wrong. This is a battle for first place between Skitty and Robin. Skitty, who's known to be aka the alien, yeah, he probably made a mistake. He just made half a second up in that sector. Although that Aston looks very comfortable where it is. Nice exit out of Ascari. Hear the throttle control there. Takes a very wide line coming slowly into Goodyear. Robert trying to do as much as he can. Doesn't seem like he's got straight line speed for that Aston. These boys are doing very well. Loving the racing. 75 minutes of team versus team racing at LNR, boys. And again, That is what we predominantly do, team racing. We've been known for doing all of this for the last few years. We still do it. We do enjoy it. We do make it tricky for everyone. This is not a easy community, so we want to take you out of your comfort zone. We want to make it good and interesting. We want guys to learn. We want guys to adapt to different means. And again, it's only to prepare you for the sim racing world that's out there. I honestly feel if you can do what you can do here, you can probably do it anywhere else in the sim racing world. Might be a bit harsh at some other points, but ACC has been out now for quite a while. Boys have adapted quite significantly to it. It's got a big crowd, lovely following, white flag on the track. Can't necessarily see it, so it's a slow car ahead of Skitty. Would probably be one of the back markers that he is now catching up to. Again, whatever there was, he made a mistake. He probably hooked up some corner wrong. He's now created a 3-second gap already, so building the gap again. Lots of confidence in this man. That is a back marker for sure. New wave, blue flag. Skitty's gonna take it on the inside line. Is he gonna send it? I would say he's a bit too far for that though. Let's hope this back marker can. Skitty going inside line, back marker. Keeping it wide, very well done, boys. Lots of respect throughout the corners. Robin Dobbin trying to catch up, but I don't think he's going to make enough of an amends. I have to do this every time I need to go see something. Action at the Hondas. I haven't forgotten about them. Carbon catching Hannes, who seems to be catching Checo. Checo currently is up for a podium. AM Racing in the Lambo. Haven't spoken to him in about a while. He was sitting comfortably at some point ahead of the pack. Last I recall top 5. He's now sitting in 7th position. Another driver has left us, so we're getting a lot of these load shedding issues. Race situation at this moment, everyone kinda on 13 laps. One boy is down, Skywalker on 12. Lost a few boys in the meantime, 1 lap down. Still looks good. Skitty 1, Robin 2, Checo, Hannes, Carbon, Dancy, AM Racing, GTA is slow, RTA in 9. Fireblade, Jay Dogle, who has quitted already, so he can go all the way through to the end. That's if this continues. Oh, Honda off, coming out of Parabolica. Who was that? Didn't look well though. Didn't look well at all. Not 100% sure if it was the 2 front. No, not the 2 front boys, Hannes and Carbon, so it would have probably been Dancy. Dancy having the fight of his life tonight. And these 2 boys are technically the closest battle on track. They are trying to gain up to Checo, so they've gained another full second on Checo. That means that battle is going to start anytime soon. AM Racing falling a bit behind. These 2 boys not really battling, each to their own. I think the mindset is all about trying to catch Checo. potential podium up for grabs for these oaks. Good to see a Honda up there. I don't know. I do feel very lonely at this moment. About my child. So, a lot of things have developed, blah blah blah, excuse me. A lot of things developed since the start of the race. So, ooh, bit wide there from Hannes. Is that him going too wild? He's gonna make it for close racing. Carbon wants to pass him. Hannes going defensive. Carbon looks frustrated. Hannes knows he's got the pace. Great exit there, Lesmo. He is still looking in front of him. He wants that Bentley. That's his target. That's what he's got his sights on. He is not even worried about the guy behind him. Carbon doing everything to distract him as best as he can so that he can make a move. This is a battle. Taking the middle right, making it hard. Good exit. Through a puddle. Straight line speed he has. So that Honda from Hannes definitely has more straight line speed, it seems, than what Carbon does. So Carbon is way better throughout the corners and he tries to capitalize it through there, but that just doesn't seem to be working. Back to where we started the race. So leading all qualifying sessions was Skitty, RTA and Robin. Those three boys were top three. I thought it would have been a great race between those three individuals. Having said that, Skitty and RTA were big teammates, so a good 1-2 finish would have secured them a significant amount of points for team champions elect. Great name though. But that hasn't happened. Poor RTA got spun out at the beginning of the race on lap 1 at Goodyear. I don't know what exactly happened there. I missed it at the corner of my eye, but I did see his green Lambo going around. So those two boys are not really going to do team 1 and 2 finish. However, Robert Dobbin is currently in second place. Now his teammate Fireblade is also at the back of the pack not so long ago. RTA did make a move on him and passed him for 9th position, I believe. And Fireblade is currently sitting at 10. So those boys are fairly far split between them. Then we have Checo, the only Bentley at this time. His teammate, now I've got to start and think who that is Jay Doble. So Checo and Jay Doble are the ones to watch for. Checo sitting comfortably after he started the race, taking a wild track cut at the beginning of the track. Whoa! Trying to undercut him, coming down the straight. Does he have the exit speed? This is going to get very, very interesting. Side by side, these two boys are going. This is a battle. If he pulls this off, it's going to be good. Leave some space. Side by side, they're going down the straight line. Great move by Carbon. Is Hannes going to let it be? Yeah, that is a move of note. What an execution. Whoa, excitement of note, excitement of note. Phenomenal, boys. They are racing. Hats off to that one. Carbon now. Leading the pack. Hannes is probably going to challenge him back for that, but those two boys are still chasing Checo. Checo is still in the third position. Carbon's teammate Quentin Quarantino, who is not here sadly because he got disconnected. Ooh, Hannes going a bit sketchy there, coming out of Scotty. 12 boys on the track now. It just feels like I'm losing a lot of individuals. We started off with quite a lot. We have lost quite a few. 12 hours only on the stream. That's okay. 40 minutes of racing. Oh, and we have some development occurring. So, bit of a weather change pattern taking place. In the next 10 minutes we are going to have less rain. So, the question stands. Dry race as a finish. Dry race as a finish. I bet my 2 cents on it that within the next 10 minutes this track is going to stop raining, and then after that it's going to start drying out, which means we are probably going to have a dry race finish within 20 minutes at the end of it. Now this is going to change it up quite a bit. Poor boys, aka Jay Noble and Dark Skywalker, individuals that have pitted early, and again they probably did so because they had to. I don't think that was by any means planned. Jay Noble looking very good for his team, aka Brothers on Pace. Unfortunately, it does look like he's going to have to do another pit stop. From another battling point of view, Hannes and Carbon are the only two closest boys at the stage. Carbon, however, seems to have created a bit of a gap now. And he's really trying to wheel in Checo. Checo in a Bentley, being chased down by a Honda. Carbon, free as a bird. Being hunted down. GTA is slow in the pits. Man is doing a bit of bonnet drying, fixing. This is going to make it very tricky and interesting for him. Probably going to put up another bit of set wets. Hannes also in the pits. Ooh, see, this is where it gets tricky. Did they only fuel for that much? Is it fuel that made them go and pit? Is that the right decision? Was that the right tactic? Checo smashing out the boards, out of the track. Sketty still leading the race by far now. 10-second gap between him and Robin. Robin comfortably about 20 seconds away from Checo. So he is all on his own, lonesome race. This is where a battle is starting to develop. Bentley has a Honda right behind him. Checo has been in all sorts of moves made, gained positions, gotten some lost, some stolen. When I say stolen, we are talking about a questionable race start from Checo. The man took a shortcut, took all the positions up in front, started at the back, didn't want to cause an accident, but then decided to go straight all the way. So, now being seriously chased down by that Honda. Carbon has got free breathing space. He is making moves count. Good exit here out of Parabolica with Honda. Maybe some great line speed. That Bentley is good though. Don't underestimate it. Doesn't seem like he is close though. Still a bit beyond. Wants to cover the inside line. Now again, this is still going to be a great finish for Team Brothers on pace. Currently in third, maybe podium, maybe not. I'm unsure where it says. Again, that Honda. So good at the back end of Suzuka. Monza. Time to wake up. Need some coffee. Speak to me. Good racing. Deco really struggling through Lesmo 1 and Lesmo 2. Carbon coming all the way back onto him. So close yet so far. Bentley has got legs, that's no two ways about it. Honda seems to be losing it here and there. He is much closer on the back of it now. That is significant. Much better exit. That Bentley just exits so well. There goes Carbon. Probably few pit stop for him. Hope these boys look at what's going on. Understand what is being changed. Skitty, leader of the race, all the way in front. Doing very well. Robin Dobbin keeping the gap around about 9 seconds a lap, so no rain in the next 10 minutes, boys. No rain in the next 10 minutes. Oh, this is gonna be hard for everyone. Trying to figure out what is the best thing to do. How are they going to plan it? Because from experience, based on what I've seen and I've dealt with in the past, I would probably say 10 minutes the track is going to start drying out. Now there's not a lot of cars on track. We've got about 12 of them, so it might not dry out that much compared to about 30 or 40 cars on track. So drying over stage will probably be a lot longer than what we anticipate with a full track of 30 cars or so. However, we will most likely see a dry racing line. Now once you start seeing that, that is when you need to go in for your drive. Because you can take these wets as long as I would guess you can, up until the point that they are seriously overheating, and then go for your dry tires. But then once you're into your slicks, you gotta get your PSI temperature so spot on, because over time, if the sun comes out and heats up the track, you're gonna have high PSIs at the end of the race, which could then cause problems. So this is going to be very tricky for these individuals, even for those that haven't experienced it, even for the first time boys ever racing on ACC. It's mind-blowing. It is absolutely mind-blowing. And you might not even come back and race again because this is just too much to deal with. However, I'd like to see which of these guys are going to stick around all the way through for this new season we're doing. And again, we're doing it a bit shorter. Race time so shorter, 75 minutes of a race, 15 minutes of qualifying. We did have a long free practice session today, but that's just all about logistics and so forth. Everything that created a havoc and a problem for us at Eleanor, aka load shedding. So the race is still on. Anything goes, boys, anything goes. 10 minutes from now, we are not gonna have any more rain. It is definitely getting way less and less. Nancy in the pits. Hannes out, he's probably on wets. Carmen out, who is behind Hannes? Again, these boys fixing damage on their cars. Okay, Doble. Got a lap guy he's taking away. GTA is slow. Guy I haven't really talked about since the beginning of the race. Looking good there in 11. Doing well. Still hasn't quitted. His teammate, however, is not here. So again, a couple of the guys are going single digits only, but at Eleanor we will just do normal favorable thing, give you disqualification points purely because we love you. Or do we? But everyone that has a point, everyone that wants to race, everyone that makes the effort and time to come and race with us, we will allocate you disqualification or DQ points is what we call it. I mean, everything that we can't control, we can't punish you for it, so those boys will get points. They won't get as much as what they would have gotten depending on the race and how they would have proceeded, but at best, this is where we are. Any action, boys? Seeing a lot of guys spread out quite well all over the show. More debris on the track. At Robin Dobbin in second. Phenomenally well. Loving the Aston. Like he's got a Honda on his tail, but that Honda is just one of the back markers. I somehow believe that is probably, by the looks of it, it looks like carbon. Yes, that is GT Carbon ZA. He is trying to chase down Hannes, who is sitting right behind Skitty, the race leader. So Skitty has now lapped everyone up until 7th place. He is making big moves today, big moves. Only half of the pack hasn't pitted yet. No rain in 3 minutes. That's what weather predictions tells us. No rain in 3 minutes. I like variable weather, I'm sorry. it just brings a different dynamic to all the races. Think on your feet, be ready, be prepared, do both, do as best as you can. And this is what happens. Again, week by week, boys. So let's do some catch-ups. Let's talk about what we do. Let's talk about where we are. Ooh, Hannah's big, big bump there on that corner. Nearly went flying. Too much entry speed. Misjudged that braking point. Made that Honda flying. Okay, so. Oh, so many things I want to talk about. Eleanor. Who are we? Where are we from? Anyone who has joined, we bring up to speed. We are a console-based community. Really focused on what we love is team versus team racing. We do that on 2 different platforms, both on GT Sport and on ACC, Assetto Corsa Competizione, on console. Predominantly South African, but I've opened up to the wide world, aka everyone around the world. We've had fellow drivers from all the way down to Australia up until the far ends of North America. We have made great friends along the way. We are also simultaneously collaborating with a few other communities from the console side of it. And again, those boys and us together try to create great racing. From a console point of view, other collaborators we have and work with, again, Online Outlaws, they predominantly do PlayStation 4 on ACC, Tuesday Night Racing. Then we have SOP Motorsport, currently known as the biggest ACC community worldwide. Phenomenal boys over there. And then we also have Sonic Sim Racing that does ACC on Thursday nights. And then Pan America Racing, they do PS4, PS5 racing. They are from North America. And then simultaneously we also collaborate with other PC sim racing communities. Monday Night Racing on PC, they do on Monday night. That's what their name is all about. Then of course we have Raceface Pro, both local South African communities, and then there's a few others that we work with. So feel free, come and join us. We'll welcome you with open arms. We'll direct you to all different locations wherever you want to race. We have links and helps to get you guide there. For more information on how to get up to us, you are free and welcome to go to our website, logistical-nightmare.com. There is a link to our Discord. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all those lovely places. Skitty in the pits. No rain, boys. This is where it's gonna get interesting. Now the boys that have put it needs to go double pit again. It's all about slick tires now. So things have changed and developed. I'm gonna keep a close eye out for that. Again, while we see differences of boys doing in the pits, massively in the pits, changing in the pits, I'm also gonna give a big shout out to our sponsors and say thanks to them, Twins Motorsports, Sky Coffee Coast, like I said. And then of course, Logistical Nightmare is Grid Finder approved. Go check them out on their website, www.gridfinder.com. Last but not least, I am going to say big thanks to all our Patreon members. You boys help us create a good community so that everyone else that doesn't contribute, it doesn't mean you have to contribute, it's just all for the better cause of it. We do our best to go and provide merchandise to everyone allowed. South African board supplied merchandise by a Rebel, and then we also have some international facilities for those that buy and want some merchandise from Logistical Nightmare abroad. Back on to the racing, boys. Lots of boys flying into the pits. They cannot deal it with their wet set of tires. DMRE AM Racing the leading guy, the tentative leader of the race for the remainder of the 20 minutes. We have no more rain. The track is damp. Do we see a racing line? Let's go up and close. Oh, still very damp. No rain. Wipers are off. So clear skies will not be there now, but it might just be there very shortly. Boys are going into the pits, changing their tires. It's gonna be epically interesting. The actual race leader, who's been the race leader since the beginning of the track, has gone into the pits. He is now probably on his slicks. RTA coming in the pits. Out of the pits. A man that made massive comebacks from the beginning. Cutting across the start-finish line. Naughty, naughty. The pit exit line. Crosses the pit exit line. Keep my eye on you. Okay, but he has made lots of places up though. He did have a detrimental start at the beginning of the race. He's now all the way up to 6th place. So that is big ups to this man, making it, trying to compete all the way through to the beginning. We still have 2 boys that hasn't pitted yet. Fireblade's one of them. He's coming down to Parabolica. So he might just jump into jump into the pits very soon. I don't think these tires are going to last any longer than what it is now. Does he dive into the pits? Yep, he does. Next and last boy on the track, not yet pitted, is Mr. Slow. Again, don't use his name as a reference of his speed. He is a very good guy, very good racer. Does he dive into the pits? Oh yes, he does. So AM Racing came out of the pits. He has gained a position. He has gained lots of positions. How did he do that? That doesn't make sense. Everything needs to calculate and catch up because... Yes, okay. So Robin is still in 2nd place. Whew. But that has changed quite a bit. AM Racing has leapfrogged Checo, and Checo was all the time into his podium position. Now this is going to make it for an interesting drive. As I believe Checo has pitted a few laps earlier, so his tires are up to temperature already. This Lambo is not. Did he get it right? Can he hook away from the Bentley, who has got warm tires already? Has done a few laps, feels more comfortable. I'm not so sure what has happened here. The man put on wrong tires. That was just an easy position to give away. And see how that develops? Can he gain that back? Was that just... No. I feel very confused. I'm assuming that was J Doble. Yes, it was J Doble. Oh my word. Guys, you need to help me. Like seriously, I need some direction, support, movement, motivation, anything of that line, because I have lost the plot tremendously. Okay, so this is where I'm at. Kitty and Robin was leading the race very good from the beginning. AM Racing has leapfrogged probably 2 positions, and he's now currently up for podium. RTA, who was way back at the back when he started off, is now currently in 4th position. Made a lot of time, determination, and did a spectacular race comeback. But that is phenomenal. Driver of the day, knocked out, knocked down, came back, and killing it. That is good racing. Phenomenal racing. Fireblade, same with him. He is in 5th place. Making up a lot of positions. Checo in 6th. Hannes in 7th. Carbon way down the back. Carbon has to go past Hannes all over again. Jay Doble in 7th. 9th. Danzi has been the biggest loser for tonight, and I'm not meaning loser in a bad sense. I'm just going like he was all over the show, and now he's all the way back down to 10th. Oh, Mr. GTAS in the kitty litter, being passed by a Honda. Skywalker doing the best he can with that Ferrari. Skywalker's teammate, Mike, is not here anymore. That is unfortunate. Being waved the blue flag, and that is by RTA. The man who's on the move, making lots of moves. But 30 minutes to see if he can make up time, but I'm not 100% sure if he will be in a position to do that. Up to Fireblade. Still a good race. Looks like everything is long. Something in my throat. Nonetheless, these boys are going to fight it out very soon. Going to keep an eye on them. Battle is approaching. Checo does seem like he's got the better car. Fireblade doesn't look like he went and repaired it though, so that is a very dented Aston. Doing good for his teammate though. Teammate currently, Robert Dobbin, in 2nd in a podium, well positioned place. Qualified in 3rd. Looking phenomenally well for a podium finish. Checo looking on the inside. Is he going to make the move at Ascari before Ascari taking it down? Side by side they go. Oh, good move there by Checo. I don't think there's much Fireblade could have done. That Bentley looks hurt. Sorry, the Aston looks very hurt. I mean, it just looks like it's crying. Nonetheless, he went and nursed it all the way from start to finish, wherever he had his collision, accident or incident. High line on the racetrack. Hope these boys have got everything sorted out now. We are going to see quick, fast lap times. So race times at this stage. Still looking good. They need to do this now. How many laps to qualify? Sorry for those on the stream. I'm just doing some administrative duties. Okay, Fireblade definitely struggling to keep up with that Bentley. Bentley looks far superior than what the Aston does. Jay Doble back in the pit stops. That's 3 pit stops in one day. Not a good day for this man. Not a good day at all. He is going to lose another position down there because that is Dancy probably going to take 9th place. GTA is slow. But too far away from that. Although it doesn't look like he lost the position though. Probably got a whole lap on him, so he can quit. Coming out still in 9th. Went to the pits, got a fresh set of new tires. Dropped 1 position. "10 minutes of racing, boys. This is the final 10 minutes of racing. Now, how has that changed? Start to finish, so many things occurred. Race start was a bit argy-bargy, is what I call it. Definitely gonna have a look into seeing that. I hope the boys do. I'm not 100% sure if I can save this whole replay. Can I? No. I'm so sorry. I think I've killed it there. There we go, there we go, there we go. My deepest apologies to everyone watching. Dreadful, dreadful. Hey, Mr. Dean, how are you on the stream? Hey, I'm a poet and I don't even know it. 6 minutes of racing left, and this is where we stand. I humbly apologize for what just happened. I probably pressed the wrong button, and I just didn't like what I did. Nonetheless, managed to come back, recovered it, didn't crash the whole server, so that's actually quite cool. Back on the race. It is now kind of clear skies. It doesn't even look like it ever rained. The track, however, is still greasy. So not the best lap times that these boys can do. But the race is getting very interesting. So checking it out from a race standpoint of view, I see guys battling very hard here. 6th, 7th, and 8th. Again, Carbon and Hannes. Carbon coming down, the same move as he did not so long ago on Hannes, taking the inside line. Does he have the better line? Yes, he does. Double whammy for him. Had to pass this poor man twice in one day. Now will Hannes try and capitalize now back onto this, coming down the straight? Is it even possible? Carbon has got a number on him though. Racing as it stands. Carbon had to pass Hannes twice in one race. There's a back marker on the front of the track. Is it going to interfere in some of the form or means? Is my camera going to catch up? Yes, it is. Bad. Racing's good. Action is everywhere. These two boys have been fighting each other since the beginning. Hannes and Carbon. What a phenomenal race these boys have had since the beginning. We've been all over the show, man. From rain, qualifying to a race start. Rain for most of the race up until now. Which is probably the last 20 minutes that the guys are back into their comfort zone again. It is a dry track, it's very good. They are really doing as best they can. Lots of positions have changed all over the show. However, the two dominating forces from the beginning of the races was Skitty and Robin. Unfortunate start for RTA in his Ferrari. At the beginning of the race. However, he has recovered massively. Driver of the day, in my humble opinion, should probably go out to this man. Sticking it through from start to finish and still gaining lots of positions. Shy of the podium that he wanted to achieve, and I'm fairly positive if the race was more kind to him, he would have finished a 1 and 2 with Skitty, so it would have been a great team result for the two of them. So champions elect would have done phenomenal as a start, but that didn't that didn't happen. So Robin seems to be settled in his position, which is 2 podium, and then DMRE AM Racing in the only Lambo left is going to take the final podium unless he really stuffs it up, which again can happen. There's only 2 minutes of race time left and then it's finished, so it's let's see. By the looks of it, the race leader is there, so we are going to do one more lap after this. Then we'll be on the final lap. Good 75 minutes of racing, gents. Unfortunately, we did lose a few guys during the course of the race due to disconnection. That is, however, a part of racing. Not everything goes as planned. Unfortunate for those individuals. It would have been absolutely amazing seeing more of these guys on track. But it is what it is. Let's hope we have a better race next time. Our next race. We haven't even talked about it. Next race, we are going. Where are we going? Next race will be Donington. Now, Donington is going to be absolutely fun. And again, we're going to see a different track, different cars. Next week will not be GR3s. We are doing GR4s. So all the teams will still be representing, but they will all be in different cars. We're going to feature some GR4s for you next week, and then the week thereafter we'll go back to Suzuka with a GR3. Round 4 will be Snetterton in a GR4. Round 5, Paul Ricard in a GR3 or GT3. And then round 6 we'll finish up with Laguna Seca in GT4. 6 races this season. ACC on PS4 here at Logistical Nightmare. My wife always slaps me. It's Logistical Nightmare Racing. I do believe that there's something gone horribly wrong with my viewing capabilities on ACC. Looking at the helicam coming through the start-finish line, taking the race, victory by storm, led from start, ended to the finish. Here we go, Skitty won. Great finish by him. Phenomenal race though, phenomenal. Led from the start, took it to the guys all the way through. Push, no one could have caught him. Robin Dobbin coming through as Scary. So Checo has passed in 5th. Carbon is finishing in 7th. Hannes in 8th. Fireblade's gonna finish in 9th position. GTA is slow in 10th. Okay, so Robin Dobbin, final turn, coming through the straight, start finish, taking 2nd place, well deserved one over there. DMR AM Racing not far behind him in 3rd position. Driver of the day, in my humble opinion, RTA, man that went from 2nd all the way back down to last place, and he's made it all the way up to 4th. We've lost another individual, so we've only got 11 drivers left. Nonetheless, good fun, great action here though. There is your race results. Good race by everyone. Hey, what did Monza bring us? What did Monza bring us? Ah, J double pace due to load shedding. That's the boy we lost in the last week. That is just unfortunate. Hey, Mr. Kalen. So, great racing. Thoroughly enjoyed it. These boys made it so eventful for me. I seriously had such fun commentating, and again we will do this again next week. Race start to finish, those are your overall results. Thank you all for watching. Again, big up some big thanks to our sponsors, Sky Coffee Co., Steakhouse Reds, Twins Motorsport, and then of course we are Gridfinder approved, so go check them out at gridfinder.com. Also, big thanks to our Patreon members at Logistical Nightmare. Um, and a big thanks to all the drivers that took part and participated. This is round one TvT on ACC at Eleanor. Next week we will go to Donington, so catch you all there. Hope to see you soon. See you next time. Adios. Thank you. Be good. If not, be good at it.